Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a birthday weekend vlog today. I'm sitting in my backyard, so I apologize if you hear any buses or traffic or any other nonsense. But I'm losing the natural light because I loafed it a bit today and slept in because I had a really long weekend, no pun intended. And so this is what I have to work with. And it actually is looking really bright, and so yes, let's get on with this. So, as you guys know, July 1st is not only Canada Day, but it's also my birthday, and I have exited my teen years, and I am now 20. My boyfriend is calling me an old lady, even though he'll be 22 this year, so that's that. Friday, my dad and I went up to my aunt's house. We went to Newmarket for the GTAers, who know where that is. And we just had a bit of a family get-together. Not everyone was there, but it was sufficient enough. And I did film my Health and Fitness Friday video. I swear to you, it's on my computer. I edited it earlier. But I've decided to hold off to uploading it until this Friday, when I will also post the second episode, so it'll kind of be like a double whammy. So patience, and yes. So I was able to film that with very few interruptions, and surprisingly, it's actually my uncle who kept interrupting. And so I edited those pieces out, but you would have seen me going, hold on, every few minutes. But eventually, I stuck him inside and told him not to come back out, and he actually listened. So, did that. Also spoke to my cousin about any future episodes, and he is camera shy, but said that he would love to help you guys find some websites and other tips and nutrition stuff, since that is one of his interests. He does actually want to get some certification in nutrition, and so he's working on that. But I'll keep you guys posted on whether or not he'll be collaborating information with me or not relatively soon, and as episodes go on. So yeah, we had an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen, and I haven't had an ice cream cake probably since a birthday that I had with my cousin, because her birthday's on July 2nd. So we had a birthday eons ago, and I think she was probably like 10 or 12, and, well, no, she would have been older than that, because there's 8 years difference. Anyways, it was a birthday that we had together with family, so it was reminiscent of that. It was super good. It had vanilla and chocolate with fudge and cookie in the middle, and it was heavenly. Like, I don't know how I don't get an ice cream cake every year, because I'm not spoiled, I guess. But it was super yummy, and I wish I could have had more. So yeah, we didn't go. They have an area for fireworks and hoopla that day. I think they said it was at Fairy Lake. I don't know what that is, but you guys might. But we just watched people's backyard fireworks, and some of them were not too bad, but we were too lazy to get up. We were just enjoying each other's company and stuff like that. Then, unfortunately, our car decided to be stupid, and so we weren't allowed to technically drive it. So I was supposed to be left up there all weekend, which isn't a bad thing, but I kind of felt like we were overstaying our welcome, even though it wasn't our fault, and my aunt totally loves us there. So that's just me. But I was rescued for Saturday and Sunday. My boyfriend and one of our groups of friends actually planned a surprise party for me. I've never had a surprise party before, and like he knew that, so I guess that's probably what his motivation was. But it didn't work out quite according to plan. I had a friend from Richmond Hill pick me up at Newmarket, and it was like hours before it was supposed to start, and I was like, it's not going to take us that long to get there. And I was told, we gotta pick up these people, we gotta pick up other things in barbecue, because I was led to believe it was a Harry Potter marathon, because we started one a couple weeks ago and never finished it. And so I figured, well, we'll just watch the rest of them. So we stopped by my house to grab the hard copies because I think we gave up on watching the online downloads. But anyways, alas, we did not watch any of them. That's okay. So apparently there was supposed to be a big sign saying Happy Birthday Sydney, but the other car that had everyone else in it didn't get there in time. Like, they got there, dropped stuff off, had to go back out, so they didn't get the sign in time. So I honestly thought the entire time that eventually we were going to be watching Harry Potter, because our buddy has a pool, so we were splashing around, acting the fool, just doing our own thing. And then later, my boyfriend comes out and starts singing Happy Birthday, and I thought he was mocking me. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at him and I was about to yell at him, and then I saw this bloody big cake, and I got really excited. And apparently he thought I'd figured it out because of something that I had said in a text message the night before or earlier that day. And I was completely floored. Like, I was so shocked. I had no idea. So I felt pretty special, and apparently they had a secret Facebook group or event, and they showed me it later, and everyone was like figuring out what they were bringing, what time things were going on. So I did feel special. I am the baby of the group, and I'm always reminded of it. Even though my boyfriend's calling me an old lady, I am the baby. Everyone's older than me. We range between like 20 and 24, I think. So it's not a huge gap, but still. And so we just pool partied and had fun. I started to get tanned and proved to my boyfriend that I don't just do white and red. I'm not always burnt and I'm not always pale. I can tan. I'm not sure if you guys can really see it, but I was wearing a halter, or a strapless rather, and it's quite bright difference to me. Maybe you guys can see it. I don't know. But he's witnessed it. My boyfriend's African, so he's black. So he likes to tease me that I am white, like paper, or ghostly, which is not true. I am not whitest of white. There are whiter people than me, and I defend myself on this point. And that group of friends, they're just really bad at planning things and going through with them. Like, they are all talk, no action. That defines them, and they are go with the flow boys. So if one person says, oh, I don't really feel like it, then none of them feel like it. Drives us girls up the wall, and we all question ourselves as to how we got into a relationship with these guys. But late on Saturday night, they decided, hey, let's go to Wasaga the next day. And so we were all like, okay, let's see how this works. And we actually planned it and executed it, and we got to Wasaga Beach yesterday. And we didn't go to the main beach with a strip because we figured that would be even busier. So we went to one of the side beaches, and it's actually off on Georgian Bay. And when we got there, it looked kind of familiar to me, although that I haven't been driven to that beach before. But a friend of mine's cottage is actually like just around the corner from there off the beach. And so I was looking, and I was like, I think I've like traveled to this beach before, but another way, because her and I had kayaked or canoed, some form of boat, from her cottage to that beach. We didn't dock it, we just kind of looked. And the water is signature of big boulders, so you have to watch out. Some parts are a little rockier than others. And she has some really big boulders out in front of like her property line. And so afterwards I realized that it was definitely the right place. So we're planning to go up again, and if we do, I will definitely tweet her and ask her if she and her family are around, and I will walk over for a little while. But up at Wasaga, we played beach volleyball for, I swear, hours. I am so sore today. I haven't played volleyball in a really long time, but I played for about 5 or 6 years through elementary school and high school. And I also played a bit of beach volleyball. And seriously, I woke up this morning and was like, I felt like a decrepit old person, and like I'm still, like my muscles are still really tight, so I probably should have a hot bath. But I had a shower today, so that's probably not going to happen. But we'll see. Hopefully the muscles loosen up. But I got a bit, well, I didn't get fried. I did get a little bit red, but we couldn't tell because it's so bright out, and then even then, it takes like a couple hours or so before you actually become really red in most cases. And for me, the redness was on my chest, so I put a big t-shirt on, put my boyfriend's t-shirt on when we went to grab food at like 10 o'clock at night before we drove back to here, our areas, respective areas. And so everyone's like, hey, you did really good, you're not fried. I was like, I know! I was so excited because I do burn. Story of my life. But it is pretty much brown today. There's just a little bit of red left, but you can see the difference. So, my arms are a little darker, my chest and my face. My stomach's a little bit darker than it usually is, so you do see like a strip of my bathing suit. My legs don't tan to save my life. I have a little bit of I was a little bit red, pretty much under my butt from playing volleyball for like 3 hours, but that's gone. So, there's some tips and tricks for tanning. I'm not a fake and baker, cancer beds or cancer traps, but I have been told that Coke acts as a tanning agent, and so since my legs don't tan or burn, I'm thinking that I might drop some Coke on my legs, rub it around, and tan. I'll let you guys know how that goes, and I hope you all had a great long weekend if you're Canadian or if you're American and celebrating Independence Day today. So it's a win-win for North America. We all have a long weekend, and so let me know how you guys spent yours, and have a great night.